Today I will talk about how to not wake up during the night. So lately I had a problem with my sleep. So I would wake up a couple of times during the night. Because that frustrated me, I had to look it up and find solution for that. Our bodies run on fuel which is called carbohydrates. And there are two main types of carbohydrates. One is glycogen and one is fats. Glycogen is stored in muscles and liver, and fat is stored in adipose tissue. Glycogen is preferred source for high intensity activities such as running or weightlifting, while fat is preferred source for low intensity activities such as walking or sleep. During exercise, our bodies run out of glycogen, so we have to restore it. As we use up our glycogen storages during the exercise, our bodies start to use fat as source of fuel. And that is why it is important to replenish our glycogen storage after intense workouts to prevent fatigue and muscle breakdown. During sleep, metabolism slows down and glucose utilization decreases. As a result, blood glucose levels tend to drop slightly during the night. However, blood glucose levels can drop too low during the night and cause condition called hypoglycemia. This process is regulated by hormones such as glucagon and adrenaline, which stimulate the liver and muscle to break down glycogen into glucose and replenish our glucose level in blood. Hypoglycemia can cause a range of symptoms, including sweating, shivering, dizziness, confusion, anxiety, and in some cases to wake up during the night. So when glycogenolysis starts to happen in our body and adrenaline is released, we tend to wake up because adrenaline is hormone of awareness. And that is why we wake up in first place, because our glucose levels are low. And there are several factors that can contribute to hypoglycemia and waking up in middle of the night. These include diabetes. People with diabetes are at higher risk of developing hypoglycemia because they take insulin, and insulin is one responsible for taking down your glucose levels. If you eat a diet high in carbohydrates and sugars, you have great tendency to develop hypoglycemia because your blood glucose levels tend to fluctuate during the day dramatically and thus increase the risk of hypoglycemia. Drinking alcohol can interfere with liver's ability to raise glucose into bloodstream and thus give you higher risk of developing hypoglycemia. Some medication, such as beta blockers and some antidepressants, can lead to hypoglycemia because they can interfere with body's ability to manage glucose levels. So to prevent hypoglycemia, it is important to maintain somewhat constant level of glucose in bloodstream and not have huge fluctuation during the day. This can be achieved with regular meals and snacks that include balance of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. It is also important to avoid consuming large amount of sugars and refined carbohydrates and limit alcohol. Bonus tip: in order to fix waking up in middle of the night, you can eat carbohydrates before you go to bed or as last meal couple of hours before bed. And when you do so, you will have easier time and you will sleep like a baby. So there you have it. How to fix frustrating waking up syndrome, aka hypoglycemia, by optimizing your carbohydrate consumption or eating them before bed. You can achieve perfect sleep. So till we meet again, stay strong and take with your head.